The UK government is set to announce its budget for 2026 this Wednesday, but what do I think the impact is going to be on farmers? Firstly, the biggest and most controversial topic, inheritance tax. The likelihood is that the government is not going to change its stance on inheritance tax, and it's set to stay. There might be some amendments to it to help smaller farmers get over the threshold and give them a little bit more leniency. However, inheritance tax is here to stay. So if you've been putting off dealing with the impact of inheritance tax on your farm, it's time to get your head out of the sand, because the tide is coming in and you don't want to be caught out when it does. See what I did there? I thought that was very clever. Secondly is going to be the impact on environmental schemes. Currently, the government has closed the sustainable farming incentives and hasn't reopened them as yet. And I think there could be some sizable changes to this. I don't know what they're going to look like exactly. I have a sneaking suspicion they are going to be more prescriptive and more targeted on areas which used to be areas of outstanding natural beauty and are of special scientific interest, so national landscapes and the like. Thirdly, I think they're going to do a bit more in terms of supporting innovation and that sort of thing. So new innovative schemes which people submit and potentially get access to funding for. That has been heavily implied over the last few months, and it's something that the government are very keen to get behind. What I'd love to be in the budget, which is definitely not going to be in the budget, is for the government to have greater oversight of the supply chain to ensure that supermarkets are paying farmers fairly for their produce, to ensure that farm profitability is being maintained. Because at the moment, the greatest threat to farmer security is farm profitability. And at the moment, there are many farmers who are being paid less for their produce than it costs them to produce, which is insane.